everybody! Welcome back to Y Caliber's sick-ass YouTube channel. We got some Rage of War in the Eberron setting under the strike rules with Steven Seddell as your GM.
Hi. What's up, guys?
Getting introduced.
Yeah, you are. Going down the list, we got Y Caliber himself playing Dep, the robot deputy.
Hello.
I guess he's Warforged, but that's kind of a robot, right?
It's a robot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a robot. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Then we have Gyrax, played by Mike. Everybody likes Mike.
It's true.
He's the most popular character in this setting right now.
It's really I don't know if I can deal with this kind of success.
It's your renaissance, man. Embrace it.
We got Smug on the microphone playing MacLeod.
Hello. Perhaps you'd like to watch me at twitch.tv/caffeinated smug.
Or maybe you're doing that right now.
I mean, hello. Hi.
Then we got Feral Knights playing the wonderful, she got a Warforged for a hand or something, Skylar.
The entire Warforged.
Skylar.
All having a good night.
You
Jared's
are?
Jared's not with us this week. He's got some business to take care of, so Rook is not going to be showing up. Maybe. And then you got me playing Frazzlefuse.
It's a Frazzlefuse.
Introduced as hell.
Use Frazzle.
That's
Alright.
how you
Super
do an
effective.
Alright, well, I will take over from here if that's okay, the Internet Celebrity DDS.
Sure, yeah. You're the one running it.
Alright, well, last time on Strike, we had some issues with trying to find information on the Crown's Mist gambling hall in the form of Skylar kind of ruining the mechanical legs that the mobile hospital was on and kind of dropping the entire house onto the ground. Fortunately, no one got hurt, or at least not killed. There were a lot of people that are hurt inside the hospital.
It's probably worse.
But they were already hurt.
Yeah,
But they would have
been better if they had died. Most of them are hoping for the sweet embrace of death right now.
Anyway.
I'm sure they're fine. The house seemed to know what it was doing.
So after you were basically told in no uncertain terms to get the hell out by Hulda, the elven cleric or priest of the Silver Flame, you tried other avenues, such as going to find, or rather, to set up a meeting with Iana, I forget the last name already, the watch captain for the Sharn Watch in Tavik's Landing, the eastern part of Sharn. That didn't go so well, because, well, Sharn Watch is corrupt as hell. And Dep's contacts turned on him, or at least someone along the way intercepted some sort of order or something. You're not sure. Either way, the party was jumped in an alley by Hyde, who is a member of the Bear's Roar gang operating out of Crown's Mist Casino.
Yay.
And that didn't go so well, because Dep got a dagger in the eye, and it was bad forever.
It's better now, though.
Yeah, it got better. After that, after the fight was over, you successfully fended them off, but a sudden development happened as you noticed that a note had been left behind, tacked to the wall with a dagger, basically saying that they have her, and that they were going to kill her if you guys didn't show up at the Crown's Mist by tonight. Or rather, by midnight. As it is already night, but not quite midnight. You have no idea who her is, but you had some theories.
Okay, well, we also have to be careful, because I believe that the Nerdist owns the copyright to the word midnight now. So we just...
Do they?
No.
I wouldn't doubt it, really.
That's the joke.
Alright, so we have to be very careful now, so that we don't die as much.
I don't watch the Nerdist, so I don't get the jokes.
It's just on Twitter. They've always got the @midnight because there's the show at. Never mind.
Oh.
That fell flat. Let's move on.
Move on. Close the book. God.
Arp, I thought your bad joke was actually good, Arp.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're very supportive.
All right, so what you doing? You're in an alley. 3 of you are winded. Or actually, 2 of you, since Brooke isn't here. Well, he's there, just oddly silent.
So we're winded from our actions in the alley.
Indeed,
Yes.
you are.
All right, I get you.
I worry that you don't.
No, don't worry. I understand perfectly.
Okay.
It's Dep and Girex are the winded ones, and Brooke, but Brooke is...
It's going to be all right.
Brooke is dead.
Did we kill Hyde? I don't remember.
No, she escaped.
She sure did.
She ran off after thoroughly embarrassing me. Me, specifically.
She
Somehow.
pulled his robot pants down right
was
before she
really
left.
It was
He got
humiliating.
pantsed.
Removed his crotch plate.
There was a spring sound. Boing?
Bonernoise.com.
The best spring sound I can do.
It's all right. It was all right.
All right,
Okay, so who
guys.
do we potentially think she could be? I know the one thing we were talking about was what's her
Young
name?
lady to Kenneth.
Yes, her. Do we have anything that was on her person or that belonged to her?
No.
Okay.
And the other option, I think, was the healer lady? Or...
Hulda? She was the lady whose house you wrecked.
Yeah, so I don't know
Yeah,
why they
let's
would have
not go
taken
back
her.
there.
Like, we have her,
Well-
like, well, okay. Moving along.
Since Gyrex has seen her face and knows her name, he could attempt to scry her location from something and see if we can get a sense of where she is, and if she's a hostage, perhaps gain some sort of advantage.
Sure.
Well, why don't you see if you can find her then, Pilgrim?
Sounds
Very
fine to me.
well. I shall make preparations.
So
Exactly.
again,
As he says this, he like waddles over to a muddy puddle in the alley and
the
throws
second
some
time for
stuff in it.
today.
Yep.
All right. So that'll be a divination check. So just a 1d6.
Alrighty.
I think it's skilled. So.
Do
Give
a
me your
good job.
best D6, Pilgrim. Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow. What is
did
this?
a
A
good
rolling above a
job.
3? That's
So
loud.
did you already have that as a skill?
Yes.
Damn. Because if he didn't, he could have added it.
Suddenly he's struck by like revelation.
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So 6 with a 6 is a skilled check. That's a success with an extra bonus. So that will translate into. Well, first I'm going to describe what you see. Basically, you do see the crown's mist. You see that kind of a noise comes to you first. It sounds, well, pretty clearly like a honky-tonk piano, and it's someone playing it rather drunkenly. And you can very clearly see the casino, the patrons, the scantily clad ghost ladies in ghost bikinis. And, well, you don't really get to seeing the who you're thinking of directly, but it's almost like you're seeing through her eyes. So you're pretty much had a good guess that it was the Lady DeCanneth because, well, she's there and she's pretty obviously not moving from her place next to the piano.
But she's there. But she's there around all the folks, like in the common area.
Yes, and as you're watching, she kind of turns her head, and you like kind of see through her eyes that this dude is a massive dude, huge dreadlocks, and he's got no shirt on, and he very obviously has an aberrant dragon mark going down his right arm, like a big one too. He's very obviously got a greater one, and he's the one playing the piano and just seeming to kind of enjoy himself, laughing. And so that's what you get. But the extra bonus is going to be that any one skill that you make a check, and this could be anyone in the party, gets advantage on when you try to do something related to the Crown's Mist. Like if you try to do something to help you set up.
Okay. That'll be
Okay,
handy.
and what was the name of this girl again?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Something
All you know
to
is that
Kenneth, probably.
she is probably, or well, she reacted very obviously when Rook guessed that she was dragon marked and of the House Caneth.
Right.
So, but you don't know her actual name.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
The Lady of House Caneth is in their possession. She is in the Crown's Mist. However, she seems to be unrestrained for now. There's a large fellow with an aberrant dragon mark in her company.
Does he look familiar?
I
No.
have not seen him before, but he is quite skilled at playing the piano.
That could be useful information.
Though I figure, we probably can all see this now that I think about
weirder
it, but
and weirder.
since it's in the pool. It's okay,
Well-
Gyrex just narrates it anyways, even though it's not necessary.
Though, going from what you guys know of the description, that's probably Castle, the leader of the Bear's Roar, because I remember that Councilor Terral said specifically that he has an aberrant dragon mark.
Ah. One of those again.
Does he have any big bear paw tats on him?
He probably does. This is a pure silence after
Yeah,
that.
this guy Rex doesn't bother to mention that. He's like,
He's
all right,
got-
well.
In fact, he's got bear tats on his neck. That's how bro he is.
But they're not fearsome tats. They're like Yogi the Bear.
Yogi's
So he was
Bear,
right there.
but with a popped collar. It's like a strap-on collar that pops up.
What?
I'm glad that was the word you used there.
Yogi bra.
Moving on.
Alright, so what's our play here?
You don't have a lot of time because it's almost midnight.
Well, thank you, helpful guard.
You're welcome.
Well, I reckon we gotta deal with this threat to our employer, else we ain't gonna get paid.
So we're just gonna barge in there and rough up an entire gambling den?
There were a lot of dudes there, by the way. A lot of dudes.
Thank you, helpful guard.
You're welcome.
I ain't sure I got enough bullets for every man, woman, and child in that building.
You are. Wow, the children too? I mean, is this why you're no longer on the law enforcement side?
Do children not like playing with bullets anymore? What does this world
Oh.
come to?
If I may be so bold as to suggest a solution,
Alright, but
perhaps-
can you stop playing with that puddle first?
Very well. Perhaps we would benefit from creating a diversion to remove all unnecessary parties from.
I'm gonna
tavern.
cut Frazzlefuse off right now and say we should not set the place on fire.
Whoa, whoa,
Uh,
whoa! I didn't
actually,
even say
That
anything
is
about
where I
fire.
was going.
What?
Frazzlefuse, after all, is a specialist in distractions.
I don't want to blow things up if it's a bar. They got good moves there. Come on, guys. That's ridiculous.
Look, Fraz, you know you're like my best friend, and when I die, you get my cool coat. But I mean, let's be frank. You just tried to throw a grenade not 5 minutes ago.
It was a slime bomb. What?
Yeah. Like, are your arms weak from all those bicep curls?
What?
Perhaps we could.
His picture, he looks like he's got a big old bicep.
No. Well, I mean, it's probably big for a goblin's bicep.
Perhaps we could present ourselves as inspecting a fire
Don't say
threat.
ducks. Don't say ducks.
No, this is a different continuity.
Yeah, here we're inspecting eaves. Come on, Steve, get with it.
Hey,
Perhaps a threat has been called into the building.
are we talking about the same place? Because haven't we been summoned there? Won't they be expecting
Well, yes,
us?
obviously we are the threat, but they don't know that.
I reckon they might.
You
But
fought some of their guys. They
Not
know your
the
face.
I mean, like the management of the establishment. We tell them, "Oh, there's a fire threat" or something like that, and they all rush everybody out, and we're only left with the
That's
bad guys.
assuming, and I'm going to give you this one for free, that the management isn't the Bear's Roar, which it totally is.
Oh well.
I thought that was kind of obvious at this point.
Then we just cause a panic and make everybody flee anyways.
Okay.
And we
I
just
mean-
throw Frazzle Fuse in there with some fake bombs all lit and make it
Well-
sparkles. That'll get everybody running.
No, it's fine. Use the real ones.
Wow.
so you're suggesting we attempt to flush them out?
Yes, exactly.
Now, call me crazy, but don't they say that when you're going to flush people out, isn't the term to smoke them out?
Which brings me back to the thing about fire.
Well, I reckon if we use a real good old fire, we might actually cause some damage to the civilians in the area. But Frazzle Fuse, you got anything that makes like a unpleasant odor? Or
I could probably whip something up. Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. I know a little bit around chemicals and whatnot.
Yes,
well, if we can make
put it in their ducts.
I ain't sure they got that many waterfowl out in these parts, but no doubt we can find some way to get it into their building.
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps we can sneak it inside of a waterfowl.
Clearly, duct technology has not yet crossed from Argonessan.
Well, just
Ducts
give me-
all over the place.
Give me a little bit to whip something up. I could definitely make something smelly, I think.
I'll
And,
trust you.
Keep in mind, we do not have much time.
We don't, so we should be on the move.
You should mix it on the way if you can.
Is going to pop some vials from his belt and do chemistry on the
No.
run.
Do you have a skill for it?
I have a skill called chemistry.
Oh.
Because I figured mixing things together might come up.
You correctly surmised this. So, okay, roll it. 1d6.
Oh,
Womp womp.
Now we all smell bad.
probably.
This is why you want him to do this.
Frazzle Fuse just farts.
Aw.
He's like holding a empty glass near his ass to catch the fart. It goes so wrong.
The glass
Puddles
amplifies.
everywhere.
I fucked up. Says Frazzle.
Alright, so this rolling skilled a 1 is a twist of the cost. Your cost is going to be that you have lost confidence in your chemistry abilities, meaning that you have disadvantage on every time you try to make a such a check again until you successfully, or rather, until you're successful with it.
Oh.
That ain't good.
No.
Did we still get something?
No, you basically...
So he's got an,
Frazzle Fuse basically invented Jello.
let's be honest, he sharded. It's everywhere.
Oh, no.
Damn, now what are we gonna do?
Well, perhaps we can still find a way to sneak in. If we can get somewhere where we can see them, but they can't see us, maybe we can watch for a change in the guards.
What were you gonna say, Steve?
No, good.
That was it. You can continue with what you wanted to say.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
That was my whole suggestion.
You
but
sounded
someone
like
else-
you were about to say not all hope is lost for us. Okay, I guess not. Crushing me.
But it is now, as you make your way towards the Crown's Mist, and you've done all your chemicals and stuff and failed at that. It is damn close to midnight, so basically, you got no time. So you got to either do something now, basically.
All right, guys.
All right.
Let's consider for a moment where we've all come from now. Are any of us going to be concerned if we do let Frazzlefuse just roll half a dozen grenades through the door?
Well, that would blow up our employer, who is paying us.
Oh, is she in there?
Inadvisable.
Yeah, she's in there.
I
Can
guess
we
I
attempt
slept
to
through that
find?
part.
Can we attempt to find an entrance, real quick, one that will take us in without the front door being a factor?
What if I artifice a flashbang and then we breach and clear?
We can stack up on the door.
You can certainly try either one of those things. Yes.
All right. Well, can I attempt to use my powers of observation on the building to find like a place that we could insert that, or a place that we could get in more quietly? Well,
Yes. This will also use up your extra bonus that Gyrax gave you. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
okay.
Nice.
All right.
So you get an extra bonus.
All right again.
Let's see. Okay, I have an idea. Basically, the Crown's Mist is set up so that there's not many alternative entrances, but there's obviously the main doors. It's a very wide, double set of doors. There's a couple of guards on it too. Thick, heavy types. But if you sneak around back, you can actually find the entrance to the servants' quarters, or rather the kitchen, I should say.
Okay. So
And that
you're
is-
saying we can get in at the kitchen?
Oh yeah, it's unguarded, but almost certainly there will be people in there.
All right. So, if we attempt to get in through the kitchen, I reckon the only folks in there will be the wait staff. Maybe we can silence them. You can get your flash bomb, you said it was?
And we can steal their clothes and pretend we're the waiters. That'll work real well.
Well, if it
I have
comes
to try
to
to
that,
build one.
we'll give it a shot. Let's move around and attempt to get to the kitchen entrance.
That would be my making artifice. I'm assuming.
I'm really going to say you probably don't have enough time to couple that together. It's like minutes before midnight at this point.
All right.
Oh.
Let's just go in the kitchen then.
Yep, let's do it. I've
right.
got an idea once we're in there.
Okay.
All right, so how are you entering the kitchen? You get back there, but how are you entering?
Check to see if the door is open or
Yep.
unlocked.
You have total access to the kitchen. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna. Let's see. Frazzlefuse, you wanna light up like a dud bomb or something?
Sure. A bomb.
Like a bomb that's not actually gonna explode, or make it look like the bomb could explode at any moment.
Sure, I'll do that. Of course I can. Yes, I am a good bomber.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna hold a finger up to my lips for when they inevitably look over, and cock my head over at Frazzlefuse, who's holding a bomb.
It's true, Frazzlefuse is holding a bomb.
You know,
Okay.
a be quiet or kind of gesture here.
Okay. So I would say your intent is to basically intimidate them into silence. So, let's make this a. I'm going to use fancy stuff here now. Helping check. So, as one of you are going to be the main check, and the other one's going to help them. You can decide between you whoever has the intimidate check if you're trained, if you have one.
I've got interrogation, which that's not going to work.
No, so you're basically both rolling unskilled on this.
Okay.
Okay, so with helping, it doesn't qualify as a linked roll. Then you get, let's see, you roll, both of you roll. I'm sorry, the main of you just rolls the 1d6 and it's unskilled. Whoever's helping rolls 2 dice and takes the lower.
Okay. Now, is this extra bonus thing from the last roll helping out or no?
Sure. Whoever rolls main can. Well, let's figure that out. Who's rolling main?
Well,
Dep?
I guess I'm doing the shushing, so I guess I should do that.
Sure.
Okay. Dep, you go ahead and roll 2d6, and you'll take the higher. And then D. Davis, you roll 2d6 and take the lower, and we'll see what shakes out.
Okay.
Alright.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. So, unfortunately, you take the lower. So, how helping works is basically if you roll higher than what the person you're helping did, you raise it by 1. But that doesn't work in this case since you rolled a 2 and Dep rolled a 4.
Yeah.
But you don't take any penalties unless Dep does, and his roll's a 4. So no.
Wish that 6 was here a couple minutes ago when I was rolling for chemistry.
All right. Lost my map. There it is. I have such crappily named maps here. All right, so you concoct your little plan. Open the door. The kitchen is immensely busy, and there's all sorts of smells coming from it. Mostly good smells, which is good considering Frazzlefuse. But
Damn.
Way to
eventually-
fart shame him.
Oh. Eventually, one of the wait staff that's like coming in through the doors glances back your way, then stops cold, and eventually kind of spreads to the kitchen. And then eventually they kind of look towards each other. But Warforged with a bomb, or Warforged and a goblin with a bomb, it just kind of, well, they don't really want to mess with that. So they just kind of quietly. Are you directing them to just stay silent, or?
I'm going to try and direct them out the door. Like,
Okay, so
head on out of there.
they definitely do that. They kind of just shuffle past you real carefully, looking very cautiously at a goblin with a bomb, which is like the worst thing ever.
Racist?
Yeah, well, everybody hates Frazzlefuse and his sweet bombs.
All right. But as unskilled, you did roll unskilled.
Yep.
And for the success of the cost, you both take another level of winded.
Okay.
So Dep is at winded 2, and Frazzlefuse is at winded 1. What this means is that basically during the first round of combat, whenever you get there, if you do, you have disadvantage on all your rolls. Dep, if you take 1 more level of winded, you become exhausted.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I zoned out for a second. Why am I winded? What happened?
Yeah, you were helping to shuffle these guys out, and some of them aren't exactly,
Okay.
One of them
exactly
stepped on your foot. It was mean.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
All right, but the kitchen's yours, and there's food that's burning.
All right.
Frazzlefuse puts the bomb in his mouth because there's actually a delicious chocolate ball. It wasn't even a bomb, you dummies.
Mohktesh, you're up. Mohktesh, are you awake?
What? Wait, what?
You said you had an idea for when we got in here. I got us in.
Oh, yeah. So chances are good that on the other side of this door is about... Well, Guy Rex, how many guys were in there?
Lots.
Very many, though it
Alright.
would be difficult to distinguish the
So my thought
criminals
is that...
from the normal
Yeah, alright, I
inhabitants.
get it. You're doing that long-winded thing again. We don't have time for that.
Pontificate is actually a skill.
Oh, is it?
It's actually
Nice.
one of his skills, yeah.
What, being long-winded?
Well, pontification, which is basically that, yes.
Yeah.
He can become the Pope at any moment.
I love it.
So
Raptor
he's
Pope.
basically the Velociraptor.
I really gotta... Oh, man! That's so good! Jesus!
Oh, you memed yourself, sir. So sorry.
Alright, so my idea here. So, anyway, we take this here cart that they move the food around on, and we put Frazzle Fuse on the top, and we shove him through the door, and he starts throwing bombs like crazy.
You know, a lot of your plans include me doing some pretty suicidal stuff there, buddy.
It won't be. Don't worry. We'll be right behind you. Dep's gonna just run through this wall right here because he's goddamn robot. And
Whatever.
I guess, people don't really like my kind, so I can probably run through shouting something like, I'm a Kalishtar. I'm a Kalishtar. Do you get it? Do you get it?
This is your plan.
It's like Nick Cage shouting, I'm a vampire.
I've seen that
Yeah? Anyway, unless you guys have got a better idea, I'm open to suggestion.
Are they expecting food out there? Like, are they going to have a midnight snack as they execute her? Do we know that?
Maybe.
Okay.
There's a lot of food that's being cooked. So.
Okay. All right. Who looks the most normal here in our crew?
The person who isn't here.
Buddy.
I think Skylar.
Of course. Skylar would look the most normal then.
We can probably find one of those slutty ghost outfits for her.
We're not going to do that.
This is happening.
No.
Nope.
Mohktesh is searching for a slutty ghost outfit.
Well,
Roll
that's
it.
happening. So are all the servers women in ghost bikinis?
Yes.
Oh,
Nope.
God. Okay. Gyrax,
Let's do it.
you're up.
Why do the outfits have tails?
No, this is what's happening. Gyrax, you're going to get into that ghost bikini.
Why?
Because we are going
That's
to...
the Argonian.
Dep, you sound different.
I'm giving you an out-of-character plan here right now. And I'll do it in character in a minute. But they have those food carts, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
How many food carts?
as many as we want. We control the narrative.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
There's 8 of them.
All right, so Mohktesh and Gyrax are going to get suited up. Frazzle Fuse and I and Skylar are going to huddle under some of those carts. You're going to bring them out as if you're serving food, and while they're surprised, we'll spring our clever trap.
This might be the dumbest idea ever. I love it.
Okay, fine, whatever. I
So
feel like this is just an excuse to get Gyrax into a ghost bikini, but okay.
we're going
Mohktesh.
to make him half into a raptor pope.
He's a sexy
And
raptor
then-
pope.
A sexy raptor pope. And then Nick Cage as a sexy ghost.
Yes.
Is Dev still
Look.
going to come through the wall? I really feel like this is Dev's moment to come through a wall.
I don't know if the walls are weak enough. Dep isn't that strong.
Probably made out of horsehair plaster.
So the plan is just to get us all out there and have a moment of surprise in which we can try and either grab the lady and get out, or take down the leader.
Actually, I wonder, like, how close to executing are they?
Like seconds.
Are they going to
Minutes
eat
before midnight,
first?
No.
No.
We probably
No.
need to just enact this right now, since Steve has already been pretty generous to us on time, I think.
Oh, we've now paused the clock to discuss this.
No, I was just limiting you on like preparatory actions, such as making like flash bombs and things like that. Talking is like pretty
getting
fast.
into a ghost bikini shouldn't take more than a few seconds. It's only 2 scraps of fabric.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean, Mohktesh is just gonna like rip his existing clothes off and reveal that he's already wearing one.
I'm gonna take my clothes right off.
It never gets old.
Oh,
I
man.
love it.
It's every time. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could poison the food because I remembered I can poison stuff.
All right. Poison some food. Maybe
well,
they'll.
if they're
Maybe
not
they'll
gonna
be
eat it.
surprised long enough
They're
to
not
eat
gonna
it.
eat
I
it.
feel
We
like
don't know.
If that happens, Mohktesh will accidentally eat the food and then have to stab himself in the heart
Alright,
with an
alright.
antidote.
Sometimes
Just
when
be a
I'm
public.
surprised, I reach for the closest roll. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Just to confirm it, Mohktesh is gonna like peek through the door into the common room.
Okay.
How close to executing are they? Is there like a giant ball dropping to count it down?
No, in fact, the common room is a rather large room, and there's several, I'd say over somewhere between 10 and 20 tables that where a lot of people are sitting at and gambling and having food. And, well, since you saw it in the puddle, you know exactly what to look for. There's kind of a stage on the exact opposite side as the kitchen. And it's a little small stage, a little small set of stairs leading up to it, and there's a big honky-tonk piano on it. And the giant guy with no shirt and aberrant tattoos, aberrant dragon mark, is sitting there playing the piano. And the blonde lady that you met, or blonde girl that you met before, is sitting in a chair next to it. She's unrestrained, but, well, she's sitting right next to Castle, so...
You need
They
to get.
don't-
Need to get our carts as close to the piano as we can. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that basically they don't really seem to be looking to execute her. There's no anticipatory mood like that.
Hmm.
Can we see her?
Yeah, she's just sitting there.
Oh, okay. I probably just missed that.
Yeah, she's next to Castle playing the piano. Or no, she's not playing the piano, but she's next to the piano.
Does she look relaxed?
No.
Okay.
She gagged.
No.
Damn.
So are we
Not
gonna,
that kind of movie.
Are we gonna do this? Or do we have a smarter plan?
Definitely don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have any ideas. I blew my ideas on snacks.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. If we're really that strapped for it that we don't want to try doing the Dumb and Dumber approach of putting laxatives in their food,
I don't think we have time for that.
don't we?
No.
I guess not. Then yeah. So, is it a long way from the kitchen to the stage?
Yeah, quite a few tables are in between you and them.
So that's actually we're gonna just have to go running through the doors.
Now just act natural, like you belong there. You gotta act like you gotta own the ghost bikini, Mohktesh.
Look, it's enough that I've put this thing on.
It's not enough.
I
You
think I look
wanna
good.
save our paycheck? You do look good. Dep
Thank
says,
you.
having no idea.
I do a lot of work.
You're a vision, Gyrax.
It's a lot
vision.
of work to manscape this into a question mark like this.
All right. You just gotta project confidence. You are sexy bikini ghosts.
Look, what I'm getting at is that we're gonna have to just run straight for the stage.
You gotta wait first. Once they notice, then
You
start
don't-
running.
You don't think that the girl or any of the guys we just beat up in that alleyway are gonna immediately point at me and go, "Hey, that's that."
As soon
That's
as they
that
notice,
Kalashtar guy.
then run. But until then, act natural. This is real important.
Gyrax.
Do it. We
You ready?
believe in you.
I am prepared.
All right. I believe
Mischiefs.
I believe in the both of you. Dep says, getting onto the food service.
Okay. So let's recap what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Gyrax and Mohktesh are both in sexy ghost costumes. Excuse me.
Yes.
And then they are pushing serving carts, under which Skylar, Dep, and Frazzlefuse are hiding.
Mhm.
We really don't know why Skylar isn't up here, but yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
why? We just had to go against the grain, didn't we?
Because
Yep.
putting the girl in the sexy ghost costume is obviously the expected route.
That's right. And then those
It-
Mad Max
Jezebel
people will
would rip
come
us
after
apart.
us too.
No, we need the element of extra surprise.
One regular
Okay.
surprise isn't enough.
All right. Okay. So,
They're going to push the carts out, act natural until they get noticed, then make a run for the stage.
indeed. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, Gyrax and Mohktesh, both of you, please roll me. Well, do you have any kind of skills that pertain to showing confidence or conning people or things like that?
No.
Really?
Okay. You can both go ahead, roll 1d6 then for your unskilled checks. Okay.
I mean, this is actually probably the most accurate thing that could happen.
It really is.
Yep, that's about
We
what we
just don't feel
expected.
confident in ourselves and our bodies right now.
I tried.
Nobody
I
can-
tried.
Not everybody can be McFane.
No.
It's true.
Or Hegram.
I got an idea though for once people go, what the hell at Mohktesh. I mean, let's be honest though, they're probably gonna go, what the hell at Gyrax.
As a matter of fact, the second you open the door, everyone's gaze turns towards you, and, well, all of them seem to know your face immediately because they all pull weapons. It doesn't even get past, 6 feet from the door.
This cheer
Gyrax
is
and
really
Mohktesh
weird.
just back away and close the door, leaving all of you guys out there.
We just leave the carts and back away. Food's ready.
Here you go.
I had been no, you weren't gonna give me too much telekinetic power, right, Steve?
Depends on what you want to do with it.
No, he's not skilled enough for what I want to do. I think
Well, what do you
everyone
wanna
would
do?
just. Well, I was gonna make all their utensils go flying, but
No, that's too much.
really, they're just gonna start shooting at me.
Pretty much, yeah. In fact,
My
let's do combat.
And most of them are probably not using said utensils, so it would be a minor inconvenience for them.
At least they haven't noticed us cleverly disguised in these carts yet.
That's actually true. But it doesn't matter.
You know,
Because-
push us. Push the carts.
We're here to propose a trade.
And
Your
at
food.
that-
Your food for the girl.
At that, there is the guy behind the bar looks over, and then he looks real sharply, and then he shouts, "Hey, boss, it's them!" And
No,
well,
it's
that's
not.
well,
No, it's not.
We're clearly wearing bikinis.
Do you
the piano
think
stops. The entire room goes still.
there's
Castle
a record
stands up.
screech for no good reason?
At least in their hearts, there is. And then he says, "Ah, welcome. Let's get them, boys." And then we fight.
We don't have to fight.
We do. We totally
we
do.
don't. No, we don't.
We totally do.
No, we don't.
All right. You guys are all on that map, right? You see the
Yeah.
map?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're there.
Yeah.
But before we start combat, I'm going to be a jerk and put a break in here.
You
Sounds good.
fucker.
When we
Cliffhanger.
return, we're going to die. All right.